Hello, my name is Marty Lisko, and I'm the CEO of Augmented Intelligence.
I'm Jim Lindstrom, our VP of Product Development and Engineering.
We're an AI software company dedicated to the health and human services space with a strong focus on behavioral health and child welfare. We're excited to participate in this pitch competition because using data to identify social determinants of health is key to what we do. But more importantly, understanding how social determinants affect individuals is key for our customers to understand their patients, maximize the quality of care they deliver, and help achieve the outcomes their patients seek. As we all know, it's widely recognized that social determinants of health have a much greater impact than physical health in determining the overall well-being of individuals, especially in underserved communities. And by addressing SDOH factors, health and human services organizations address problems earlier, reducing the prevalence of complex physical and mental health issues that are harder and more costly to treat. However, when a clinician is trying to address SDOH factors, they are inhibited by a major problem. SDOH data, especially as it pertains to individuals, is hard data to get. Traditionally speaking, for many years, researchers have used publicly available geographic or community-level data to assess SDOH. This may include income levels in communities, access to healthy food, and access to housing, transportation, education, and legal services, just to name a few. But this data is generalized to communities, not to individual patients.
It turns out that the most critical SDOH data is contained in the patient record systems, the EMRs, government case management, and care coordination systems. But again, this data is hard to access. This is because in these systems, approximately 80% of the data is unstructured narrative data, patient notes and case notes. For an individual patient, there may be hundreds or perhaps thousands of pages of these notes and millions across the organization. But buried in these notes is a treasure trove of patient-level SDOH data. Reading through the patient notes to identify SDOH factors, or what we would call the brute force method, is laborious, not methodical, and therefore generally avoided by clinicians. This directly inhibits clinicians' ability to address SDOH, even though they know that by doing so, they could prevent serious physical and mental health issues from occurring. The unstructured data problem is what we directly address. We build AI products that, as we like to say, put the narrative data to work. We apply the subdiscipline of AI called natural language processing, or NLP for short, which is the ability of computers to apply data science to understand the written word. Our NLP products mine narrative data in health IT systems. For each patient, we display all of the SDOH factors affecting that individual, as well as their progression over time. Similarly, we present clinical risks and the progression of those risks over time. In our first product, the Case Dashboard, we provide this information to the doctor, nurse, therapist, caseworker, or care coordinator to help them confidently create a care plan that includes the best set of interventions to address problematic SDOH factors and make the most appropriate referrals. Also, from a care coordination or case management perspective, the clinician can monitor how well those interventions are working. Our second product, which we call our Oversight Dashboard, aggregates SDOH data across patients. This is used by supervisors, quality, business intelligence specialists, and leadership to supervise how SDOH is being addressed across the organization and to get the information they need to make data-driven decisions regarding investment in their communities. Leadership can answer the question, is there a need to create service line X, Y, or Z to address one or more SDOH issues with much more confidence. Our products also help to identify if services were performed but not billed, and help identify missed referral opportunities buried in the notes. Because we identify SDOH at the individual level, we use a bottoms-up method, whereas traditionally people would use publicly available geographic or community level data and then work top-down. We believe our method is both more accurate and more actionable.
We also believe we are one of the few companies applying AI and NLP to clinical notes to inform delivery of care. Last year, we were awarded first place in the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation Social Determinants of Health Innovation Challenge out of the 150 companies that participated. Winning this competition helped to validate the need for our products and our unique capabilities. We're currently working with 3 of the largest social services organizations in New York City and 2 of the largest in Florida. With each customer, we engage in extensive discovery, pilot, and evaluation work to align our products to our customers' operations. Last year, we successfully completed our year-long pilot with our New York customers, Staff love using our products, and we're now scaling across their organizations. Our customers are an integral part of our design process, helping us to identify and validate product capabilities every step along the way. In addition to the child welfare and behavioral health organizations we currently work with, we're starting to work with care coordination and business intelligence functions within healthcare systems, as well as accountable care organizations. With the current state of health IT systems, it's relatively straightforward to understand what a patient was diagnosed with, what procedures were performed, what services were delivered, and what referrals were made. This is all structured data. When we think more broadly, what's missing from this is the story of the patient. What actually went on during the interaction with the clinician, and what information was important enough for the clinician to document. This is contained in the unstructured data, and social determinants of health is a major piece of this. As our organization grows, we're continuing to build products with the goal of illustrating patients' interactions with the health and social services providers, which in turn helps clinicians understand patients better and therefore maximize the quality of care they deliver. In addition to Jim and me, our organization is led by Logan Courtney, our chief data scientist, and Susanna Kim, our head of engineering. I've held several leadership positions at Motorola and Zebra Technologies before I started Augmented Intelligence, and Jim has led product development organizations in several startups, including one in the child welfare space. Logan is our machine learning PhD and designs our language models, and Susanna knows stacks up and down and builds the secure infrastructure we need to confidently handle health information. But last but not least, our customers are our key team members. Without their participation, we wouldn't have the insight we need to build our products. To wrap up, on behalf of Augmented Intelligence, thank you for the opportunity to compete in this challenge. And if you'd like to get in touch, feel free to contact me at marty@augintel.us. Stay safe, everybody, and thanks again.